Today let's try to solve another Leetcode problem, 2661. First completely painted rows or column. So for this question, we are giving an array, and we are also giving a matrix. So for this matrix array, for example, we are giving 1, 4, 2, 3. So it is 1, 4, 2, 3. So this is for the matrix. And we are also giving an array. So for this array, there is a sequence. So for example, for the first number, the index 0, it is 1. So for this number, we're gonna find it inside of the matrix. So inside of the matrix, it is this number 1. So this means, so for this number inside of the matrix, it will be painted. So it means the first row and first column will be painted. So like this, the first row and first column will be painted. And then we check the second number, it is 3. So the second row and second column will be painted because the position is here. It is at this position at the second row and second column. Yeah. Now, while we go to this number 4, it means for this 4, the first row for this grid and the second column will be painted like this. Now we find a result because this first row, all the numbers is painted, or this second column, all the numbers is painted. So we're gonna return the result. So the result will be the index of the 4 inside of the array. So it is 2. Now let's check the second example. So for this example, we can see that 2, 4, 7, it is painted in the second column. Yeah. Now we just need to find the last number. So the last number is, let's say, so the last number is this number 4. So we first put 2 inside, 8 inside, and 7 inside, and then if we put 4 inside, it means the second column will be painted. All the numbers will be painted, so we will return a 3. Now let's check the parameters. So for the m and n, m times n, it is 10 to the power of 5. So this means we cannot use brute force. So if we use brute force, it will be m times n squared. It will be 10 to the power of 10. Why? Because if you check for the first number, this is 1. If you want to check this 1, so you're gonna go through the matrix and find this one. It will be m times n. And then you will check all the numbers. So that is m times n squared. So that is why we cannot pass for the brute force. So we need to use the actual memory to save for the time. So the actual memory actually is not so difficult because there are so many problems in the matrix. We're gonna use a set to represent the positions. So for example, if we already know the positions of this 1, this 3, this 4, and this 2, it only takes one time to find the positions. So in total, it will be OM times n time complexity. So in this way, we can pass. Yeah, and it's not so difficult to find the position because the matrix is fixed. We can use this matrix to find the position. So we're gonna use a dictionary. So the k will be the numbers inside of the matrix, and the value will be the positions. For example, for this 1, the k value, the value will be 0, 0, because 0 and 0 is the positions for this 1. And for example, this is 3. The k is 3, and the value is 1 and 1, because 1 and 1 is the positions for this 3. And secondly, we just need to go through the array and find if we can find a solution. But while we are find a solution, we need to check what is the solution. So the solution is if we find any rows or any columns that is fully painted, so we're gonna return the result. But how should we do that? We can use a set. Yeah, we can use a list of set to do that. Now let me just start coding and finish it. So as I said, I'm gonna use a dictionary. So it will be, let me first prepare two variables r and c. It will be the length of the mat and the length of the mat 0. Now I need to prepare a dictionary. So this dictionary will be a default dict list. Yeah, because this is just a map for the different numbers. Now let me just start the mapping first. So for R in range R and for C in range column. So we're gonna prepare this map. So inside D, it is mat R and C. It means this number. For example, this number is 1. So the positions will be a list. So it will be R and C. So in this way, we've already prepared the positions. Now we just need to prepare another two other variables. It will be rows and columns. So it will be a default dict set because we're gonna use this set to check if we can find a row or column which is fully pated. So we're gonna use a default dict set. So this, yeah, those two sets are for the row set and the columns set. Now we can start to enumerate the arrays. So for I enumerate the array, we can take out the row and column index. So we can take out this row and column. It should be the dictionary of this n. So for example, for the first number 1. So for this one, we already know the position. It is 0 and 0. Yeah, because this row and column should be 0 and 0. It is already stored inside the dictionary. Yeah. Now we just need to put it inside the rows set and columns set. So this is for the column set, it is a set of set. Yeah, for the rows, it will be a dictionary. But inside of the dictionary, for each of the values, it will still be a set. Yeah, it will be a dictionary of set. So that is why we prepared it like this. So this means we can rows to find this row index and to add this number n. And similarly, we can also use the columns set to find the column index. And yeah, and finally, we just need to have a check if the length of the row, yeah, after we ended, we're gonna check this row if it equals to, yeah, but from here we need to take care because inside of the rows it should be equal to the column and not equal to the rows. So for example, for this example, we put two numbers inside of the rows, so it should be equal to the column. Because we put the rows inside of the column positions, it will be 2. And for this example, it will be 3. But what if it is like this? Yeah, it means there are only 2 rows and 3 columns. So for the rows, we're gonna put the number inside it. So we're gonna check the row set. So the length of the row set would be 3. It would be the total number of the columns, not the rows. So this is some trick you need to take care. Otherwise, you will make a mistake. So similarly, we're gonna check the columns. So length of the columns and with column should be equal to the row. So if one of them meets the conditions, we can directly return the index I. So index I is for the array index. Now let me just run it to check if there's any mistakes. Yeah, as you can see, it passed. Now let me submit it to check if it can pass all the testing cases. As you can see, it passed all the testing cases. Now let me analyze the time complexity. So for here, it is OM times N. And for here, it is also OM times N, because for the array inside of the numbers, how many numbers inside, it is M times N. Yeah. And while we put a number inside of the set and we check the length of the set, it is just O.